Alrighty. Not sure if that's coming through or not. Oh, you know what? It's probably not coming through because I believe this. Yeah, okay. Not sure if that's coming through or not. There we go. Alright. So, I think that's everything all set up. Hopefully, audio sounds good. My hope, anyway. Nor the hair, it just decided to do whatever it wanted today. I think my mouse just died. Never mind. We have connectivity again. Nope. Nope. It just straight up died. Shoot. Well, that's a problem. Alright. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and go swap out my mouse. I'll be right back. We good? Alright. I got a mouse that works, I think. Hopefully. Do you need to pop that in? I don't know why this always happens, but like right before I start to stream, there's just immediate problems with the mouse, and it's very annoying, but we should be good now. 2.4 gigahertz. Yep, there we go. Alright, cool. I need to get some rechargeable batteries for that mouse, because if I don't, it's going to be an issue. It's going to keep being an issue until I get it resolved. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch over to that. I believe that's all good. I don't know when it's going live. That's my only thing. Okay, so I'm like an hour early. Great. Love that. Wait, premieres in... Oh, okay. Alright, well... Since I guess that's happening... You know the best thing to do while you wait? Farm Genshin, because why not? There we go. Hopefully everything sounds fine. Because last time I streamed, I had the game audio a bit too loud. So we're going to go ahead and just get Yolan's stuff out of the way. I think that'll work really well. I'm not seeing an issue in terms of the screen, so that's all good. I do need to make sure that Wika is healed. It's a bad idea to go into this fight without her at full health. Lenny. There we go. Alright.
Rev the engines! Pyroclastic surge!
I got you covered!
Step right up! Try and stop me! Teamwork is strength! Light of the blazing sun!
If I can get 4 right off the bat, I'll be a lot better off. I'm gonna get out of there because I think he's gonna do this stupid spinny thing. No? Oh. Oh, okay. Aha!
Rev the engines! Incinerate! Rest from the sky! Incinerate! Light it up!
He's down. There's a huge chance that it's... Yeah, it gave me 3. Okay. Great. Love that. I hate the fact that both Jesus and Yolan require the Ruined Serpent. Ooh, Bennett just hit friendship level 9. Awesome. That is actually really good. Which means that he is very close to level 10. She just hit level 10 yesterday, so... Ugh. Wanna make sure that we are... Okay, audio... What I might honestly do is just do like I did last time and pop both chats out. Realistically, I don't need to, but it's just gonna make doing this a lot easier. So I don't know necessarily if I want to... Because here's the main thing about it. If I take on the Ruined Serpent again, because I need... where's Jesus? So yeah, that would actually help out, because if I could get more of what I need for him... Alright. Okay, he hit.
Fire it up! Here's backup! Now disappear!
If I can... Oh, that didn't work.
Step right up.
Oh, I missed.
A round of applause.
Shit. Yeah.
Rev the engines. Everybody stand. Try and stop me.
He's gonna go underground again.
Try and stop me. Rev from the sky.
Realistically, I only need to really hit him a couple more times.
Don't get too close. I got you covered.
Let's light it up. Here comes the finale. Rev the engines. Pyroclastic surge.
Got him. So that gives me 3. Yeah. So that gave me an extra one for Jesus. So that's awesome. But the nice part is, now that I got that... Oh, God. Now I have to go farm Star Conchas. Okay. That's annoying. So, yeah. So I have 4 that I can craft. And then I just need... Realistically, I just need the Star Conchas, and then I'm all set. Because I don't really need to do a bunch in terms of... I want to make sure. Yeah, okay. There we go.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Why is that so loud? What the frick is going on there? I might gain control. No. Turn that off. Okay. Don't know what that's about, but... So we just need 1... I believe so, anyway. I think I just need 1 Lieutenant Insignia. Yeah. 1 of these. And then I need to turn all of that into that. That gives me 2. Turn all of those into those. Gives me 5. I think that's going to give me 2 more. Yep. That's 4. I need 2 more out of that. The nice thing about it is I don't have to worry about farming for the battle pass because I already got that out of the way. So that's all done. Yeah, so if I go to the battle pass, I already completely got that out of the way. I still need to get Gnostic Hymn. But other than that, I am looking pretty good. Also, if it sounds as though I'm not very energetic, I literally just woke up like not even 2 hours ago, roughly. So, I'm trying to get through this as much as I can. And I'm hoping that I'm a little bit more energetic when the special program comes around, but Yeah. Try to think here. The go-to to fight would be the hydrohypostasis. And that's not hard to do. The only issue... I'm not fighting the Hydrotolpa. That ain't happening. However, he does give out Lazarite Gemstone. Realistically, though, I'd have a better chance at fighting the Hydrohypostasis. Because I have a full-on Pyro team. So, although I might want my Permafreeze team. I think I'm going to stick with the team I currently have. Just because of the fact that when I have all 4 of these characters, the biggest advantage I have is the fact that Mawika gets, I think it's like 30% increased crit rate. I'm not sure who's giving me my main DPS 30% increased crit rate, but it definitely helps in fights. Come on. Yep. Okay. You are a bitch. He's gonna do that stupid move, which... Oh, I gotta get... I missed my chance. Okay, so he's gonna do that. The best thing that I can possibly do here is activate her ult. Oh my god. There is no... There is no shot that I just almost one-shot the Hydrohypostasis. I don't think I've ever done that before. I think it was a little bit less than a one-shot, but it was super damn close. See, that's the issue I'm going to keep running into when fighting him. Because realistically, I can do it. But the issue that I'm going to keep running into is the fact that Mawika works. It's just not the team that I need. I need my Permafreeze team. Because Ayaka does so much better. So I need... Yeah, because apparently this is not supposed to go live until 8. So I need to use... Realistically, I might want to switch out... Is my Eula even still built? Yeah, kinda. Oh, you're not supposed to have Earthshaker on you. Why do you have Earthshaker on you? That's not the weapon that I... Oh, because Kanich has your weapon. Okay. That should fix it, I think. 85 over 124. Still not the greatest, but... Yeah, in terms of her talents, I need to get that up. When is Guide to Resistance? Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I'll probably end up farming that on Sunday. I also need to get her... I really hate fighting him, but the sooner I get out of the way, the sooner I can just completely forget about it.
What's your battle plan?
So let's go ahead and bring out Eula. Because Eula's going to do a way better job than the Arsonist. Because the problem I have is whenever I use my Arsonist team, I know that's probably not the best name for the team, but whenever I use them, I 100%... Like, don't get me wrong, Mawika can crit really well. But against the Hydro Hypostasis, it's so much easier to freeze enemies. Okay, he's going to do that. I'm going to wait till he does that, and then I'm going to unleash Senho Swirl. Bring him down. Yeah, that worked really well. My biggest issue that I'm running into right now is triple crowning Ayaka. Because I can't get the frickin' Blood Jade branch I need for her talents. Okay. So I just need to make sure that Ayaka and Eula stay alive.
Freeze to the core. Into the wind.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
He's gonna do his thing, right? Yep. I was hoping that Mistsplitter Reforged was gonna be on
Take flight.
the Chronicled Wish. Apparently it's not. Apparently they are not putting Mistsplitter Reforged on the Chronicled Wish, which I'm kind of annoyed about, because that was going to be like my chance to get Mistsplitter Reforged, and now I gotta wait till Ayaka has another rerun. I'm not surprised at the fact that they didn't put Ayaka on the Chronicled Wish, but it is what it is. Okay, so now we are at the stage where he's going to send his little minions off. Go, 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 go. Don't let him get close. Nice. Cool. And that is all my resin. Great. Alright, so I'm not sure how much I can get Elon up, but I will say one thing I'm very happy about is the fact that almost all my like main teams are at level 90. I don't have all their weapons, but very happy a lot of my characters are built. Okay, so we need We need to change these into that. That's going to give us 2 there. That only gave us 2. They gave us 1. Realistically, I could turn my pyro ones into hydro. And I could turn my dendro ones into that. Okay. So we got those out of the way. Now comes the fun part. Fucking farming the star conches. Fun times. Yep. I have 7 out of 60. Realistically, they're not hard to farm, they just suck to farm. Pretty much any material you need in Genshin sucks to farm. But I'd rather farm them now, get them out of the way, than have to deal with that later when I'm doing like Imaginarium Theater. And then it's like, oh shoot, my Yelan is not built. And she's one of the required for Imaginarium Theater. Or the Spiral Abyss. Typically, I don't see the bow characters for the Spiral Abyss, though. People mostly use... But if I was to recommend any bow characters for the Spiral Abyss, Linny and Jilan are my top two, because when you build them correctly, they can do some serious damage. My favorite team is always going to be Permafreeze, though. It really is a good team composition. Now, mind you, I don't necessarily understand the rotation yet. I think I've messed up on the rotation of Permafreeze more than I have actually gotten it right. So it's going to take a little bit to figure that out. Realistically, I probably should have figured this out like almost 2 years ago, because I've been playing the game now for roughly about 4 years. Which, kind of wish I figured that out earlier, but regardless, here is my one issue with this area. If you're not careful, you will attract the attention of those guys, and I don't want to awaken them. Oh, yep. Nope. I just literally awoken all of them. Great. No. No. You know the nice thing about having Battle Pass out of the way, though? I don't gotta worry about it. The only thing I gotta worry about is getting Gnostic Hymn. But I also don't gotta worry about that because FZ said he's going to cover that, because I said I'd help him out, do him a favor, and in return, he'd get me the Battle Pass. So... Alright. So we got that. Here is the biggest issue that I have with farming any materials. The ones that require like up to 60 for the Final Ascension are bullshit, because they tell you where they're located and then immediately they're like, oh, it's around here, but we're not going to tell you exactly where it's located. I'm going to go across here. I think there's some over here. I was going to stream yesterday, but I had a lot going on, so apologies to the people who were expecting a stream yesterday. I had a lot of personal stuff going on. But hopefully all of that is situated now. And no. Leave me alone. Okay. If you want to play, we'll play. Get out of here. Realistically, I could have used Eula to farm that stuff, but it's whatever. Unfortunately, I kind of have to wait till 5.6 to do any more because, well, I know there's going to be more events, but the biggest issue I'm going to have is the fact that I've already completed the Natlin, oh god, what the frick is that mountain, that place called? The new place where Collectible Plenty is, and then I've already completed the Pyroculus as well as the Tona tablet. So, gotta wait till the next update. Which is a bit annoying, but also kind of gives me a little bit more time to farm my characters in HSR as well as ZZZ and Wuwa. So, I'd call it a win, honestly. Oh, I missed a Star Conch. There we go. All right, so what are we at? 17 out of 60. Oh, God. I still have so many. In some ways, I kind of feel like doing this stream is making up for not streaming yesterday, so you're welcome, I guess. Oh, no. I almost just went dead into a pack of very hungry and murder intentional ruin guards. Would not have been a good thing. Like, at all. I will never regret pulling for Freedom Sworn. It was the one weapon where I wasn't even guaranteed. I think I had a win-loss ratio, so it was like, I think it was loss, what was that? Win, no, loss, or loss, win, loss. So I think it was like a 50-50 that I was going to be able to get it. And I pulled it, and I was like, woohoo! R5ing it's going to be a completely different story, though. Because realistically, I want to, but at the same time, I'm like, that's going to be a bit harder to do. My hope is that Kazuha gets a rerun on maybe potentially when they do the summer event. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Klee is part of that. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that Kazuha gets another rerun. It's not only because of the fact that I want to pull another one of Kazuha, it's... I don't know, I really like the character, honestly. If I could have a C6 of him, that would be awesome. What is his constellation? Decreases Chiharabaru's cooldown by 10% using Kazuha slash resets the cooldown of Chihayaburu. Okay. What is it that Ooh, C2 would be awesome to have. Increases Kaidahara Kazua's own elemental mastery by 200 for its duration. That would be really cool. Because he's currently sitting at 700, so that would be almost like 900 elemental mastery. That'd be insanely good. 8/16. Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Why do the days have to be so off? That's my biggest issue with Genshin. The days are like so off-centered. It's like, oh, okay, you want to start building this character? Can't do that until this day. It's like, really? Really, Genshin? There should be another star conch somewhere around here. Are they digging for one? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Okay. I see one there. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. That collection is marked. Now they're over there. Star conches. Let me know in chat how excited you are for the 5.6 update. I'm not... I guess in a way I'm kind of excited for it because we're getting a new Monstadt Archon quest. But at the same time, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, considering the fact that we haven't had one for like almost since like the very beginning. But Albedo is apparently coming back. He's going to be part of it, which a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be very similar to the Dragon and the Chalk Prince, something like that. It was the update where Festering Desire was the limited event weapon. Me personally, I'm more excited for 5.7 because Skirk is getting released and I'm guaranteed, which very happy about that. I originally was guaranteed, and then FC was like, hey, you should try to pull to see if you can get Eon-san. And I was like, but I'm kind of guaranteed if I hold off and wait for Skirk. And then I think it was like 3 temples in, I pulled Varessa, and I was like, fuck. That means now I gotta save up pity to hopefully lose my 50-50. Luckily, I did. I lost my 50-50 on Venti's banner. Part of me is a little bit upset about that because I really wanted to get Venti, but I am guaranteed Skirk, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'll be able to get Venti when they do the Snezhnaya update, I guess. Because typically they run the Archons when new region comes out. I'm not looking forward to the Cryoculus that are going to be in Snezhnaya. That is going to suck. I can't seem to find... It says it's like right around here, but I don't see it. Oh, right there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions about the 5.6 update, what you're looking forward to, and hopefully, if all goes well anyway, the update won't be a big letdown. I really enjoyed 5.5 at first, and then some of the events were kind of bullshit. So I was like, wow, really cool new area. And then they kind of went into some really bullshit limited events. And I was like, all right, this is not looking good. But I hope that going into 5.6 we get a little bit better events. They're all going to be probably centered around Monstadt. There's a huge chance for them to be centered around music, which not the biggest fan of, but come here. There we go. All right. Okay, that's the don't see me, don't. Oh, you saw me. Great. I kind of need something that's over here, so if you would just leave me alone for like a second, that would be great. Star Conch. It says there's another one, which no, I'd rather not. Did you just try to slash at me? That's a bad idea, dude. That's a really bad idea. There we go. All right. Let's realistically, I would love to get this out of the way now. Because sooner I get hers out of the way. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Star Conches are probably the easier one out of all the materials you need for the characters. I think the only ones that kind of gave me a pain were, I would say, fluorescent fungus, just because of the fact that I had to kind of do the stupid Sarai Islands. Surumi? No. Surumi? Sarai? No, Surumi. Surumi Island quest stuff before I could even access those, so it was a bit annoying, but I'm glad that I got out of the way, because I was not expecting to fight the Thunder Manifestation, but we kind of had to, so... Okay, so those are cranes. It's saying there's more around here, but I don't see any more. I'm gonna steal this crab. Aren't there more over here? Yes, there are. Come here. Okay. I don't know where there's any more star conches. According to this, they're here. However, there's no star conches over here. It's saying in this area, but I don't see any. Because it's there. That's where it was. And apparently there is one there. There's one there. I still don't... It's saying, like, in this area. But if that were the case, it would have to be... Oh, it's right here. That's why. Okay, well, we got one there. Oh, Abyss Mages. Oh. I thought for a sec I took both of them out, and I was gonna be like, how the fuck is that possible? There we go. Okay. So there's Star Conch there. I don't... Oh, I see it. I see it. There we go. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. There we go. Originally not what I was hoping to do, but... Alright. That is all taken care of. I don't know how many more I need. Oh, like 20, roughly. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Once I get this out of the way, then I won't have to worry about really anything in terms of ascension for, like, my main characters. Because Bennett, Shungling, Yulan, Ayaka, Toma, Kazuha, Kokomi, Mawika, Chaska, Kinich, Mulani, all of them are at level 90. Realistically, I might try to build Dea. It would not be my first go-to choice, like, at all, but... Although, the only issue I would have with that is I don't have Beacon of the Reed Sea. So I'd probably have to put Serpent Spine on her. But maybe Beacon of the Reed Sea I can get off standard. I don't know. According to leaks, the Inazuma banner is going to be Mizuki Ito, Yoimiya. I can't remember who the other two are. But realistically, I think I'm going to save my polls. Because originally, I was going to pull on the banner to try to get Miss Splitter reforged. But I don't think I'm going to... I just hit a Cryo Whopper Flower with Cryo. Yeah, that made total sense. You ever do that while playing Genshin just immediately? You're like, oh, I need to use this character. It's like, and then use the other one. It's like, shit. No, that's not what I meant to do at all. I think potentially I might start streaming a little bit earlier in the day. Might be around like 1 or 2. I'm not exactly set on that, so I'm not going to promise anything yet, but I might start streaming at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon instead. Right there. There we go. So, what are we looking at in terms of 47? Ooh, so we're close. We are very, very close. Ooh, this is not going to end well for her. Ooh, that could have been really bad. That could have been really, really bad. No. Leave me alone, Hilly Charles. I will kick your ass if you don't leave me alone. That will happen, and you will feel the pain. It says that there's one in this area, but I don't... Hold on. What are the chances of it being over there? I'm just gonna go for it. Yep, I have a feeling. Just sometimes they put them in spots where it's like you wouldn't expect them to be, but that's where they are. 51, so I need 8 more, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Huh. 5. He's gonna see me, I guarantee it. No? Oh. Got lucky with that one. So I need, I think it's like 4 more, roughly. 5. 5 more. That's not terrible at all. Grab those. That's 4. Deny. Okay, so 3 more to go. 2 more. The chance of them being right around here somewhere. Ah, I see him. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't come over here if I were you, Hilly Trail. Bad idea. And there we go. Awesome. I mean, it doesn't bring her up by much, but a little bit is better than nothing. 81 over 168. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. But in some ways, I guess max HP. I guess in some ways, the reason that it's so high is because of the fact that I do have a C1. I don't know if that adds to her or not, but nice. I would love to get another Aqua Simulacra. That would be amazing. However, might not be able to happen. All right. Oh, okay. So we are still almost 40, like 48 minutes out, roughly. Okay. Is there anything in terms of 57 minutes? Okay. Patron. No, won't be doing that. Okay. There's nothing new that they posted about. At least from what I know of. Just gonna see if anybody's leaked anything or not. New Monstadt lore. Is there any...
Eva, Skirk, Mizuki, and Baressa. But who is this? This is Escafir, a chef from Fontaine, who we know has blonde hair and white stockings. She's a cryo polearm support character that heals and buffs cryo and hydro damage depending on the number of cryo and hydro characters on your team. Similar to Traverse, but for freeze teams.
Oh.
According to early leaks, she can decrease cryo and hydro resistance by up to 50%. This character is going to be a huge buff for cryo teams, and her release is most likely in preparation for Skirk, who is going to be a cryo DPS. Are you interested in this new upcoming character? Let me know in the comments below, and as always...
Okay, so I didn't know necessarily that Escoffier was gonna be a cryo healer. That's actually kind of interesting. So, realistically, I'm kind of guaranteed it'd be...
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
It'd be quite a risk, though.
I'm learning more
but
about you
if
all
I
the time.
had her, because her synergy works really well with Skirk. So if I had Escoffier, I would be in a pretty good standing.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Because I don't have... Well, I mean, I have a cryo healer, but my only 2 cryo healers are, as far as I know, the only 2 in the game are Diona and Chi-Chi. Right? I think. I think it's just Diona and Chi-Chi.
A blade embraces
Mika,
its duty,
yeah.
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Yeah. So, in terms of element... Oh. Chi-Chi, Charlotte, Diona, and Mika. But the only 5-star healer is Chi-Chi. Realistically,
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes
it would be
their
a bad
gems.
idea to get her. What teams do they recommend? S. There. Release date and element. Cryo.
Whoa, whoa.
Best cryo team. S. Here. Okay, so this according to loot bar. Symphonist of Sense is her main weapon.
Whoa,
Crit focused, okay. Escoffair. Sub DPS, main DPS support. Arena. Ooh. That. Shoot. That would be a hard team to put together because I don't have Shenhe.
woo. Whoa, whoa.
I don't know when Shenhe's getting another rerun. It's probably going to be a while. Because she just had a rerun on the Liyue Chronicled Wish. Rerun 2025. 5.3, yeah. Okay.
Woo. Whoa,
It's probably going to be 2026 before she gets another rerun. So there's no talk about it yet. Okay. I was so close to getting her as well. I accidentally pulled Ganyu.
woo.
Which I'm a little bit annoyed about, but at the same time... Milani, shut up. Just stop. Seriously. Which I honestly... I'm not upset about. I just really wanted Shenhe. The frick? Wait, why is it showing that? Weird. Okay.
Woo.
That's really strange.
Whoa,
Realistically, I could easily burn through all my fragile resin to get Milan up in level. This was so hard to farm for Long Night's Oath. Unbelievable how long it took. Okay, so you need that. Normal is the primary. I do have enough to craft a Tyrant's Fang. Okay. Realistically, I could probably just do that. The only issue that I think I'm gonna run into here is more in terms of what was that I need? Press Tyrant Fang right there. Cool. Alright, so we got that. And that's gonna kind of put that at a standstill for right now. Because I can't do any more until I fight you again, and I don't want to do that. So, commissions are done. I don't need to worry about Spiral Abyss. Well, realistically, I don't, but floor 11, chamber 3. I thought I hit floor 12. Wait. That don't make no sense. Hold on. Oh, because I missed one. Oh. All party members gain a 75% cryo DMG bonus. So... might not be a bad idea to do. I was just thinking about this. However, there's one big key important thing here, which is if I mess with them, it might screw me over in the long run. It's not perfect. That's nowhere close to perfect, but... See, that right there is good for now. This is bad. This goblet. Like, I need a... I'm pretty sure... Yeah, Iridescent. I don't have a Elemental Mastery Goblet. Running Iridescent wouldn't be such a bad idea.
A blade.
However, I would need to be damn sure that if I change any of this, that I get those stats. Because if I don't, it's going to affect me quite a bunch. That's why one of the things you never do anytime you get a new goblet or any artifact is throw it in immediately, because it could roll real bad. So I almost never do that. I say almost because I did once and it kind of messed up my Razor build, but... So we're gonna go ahead and... I can't believe I'm doing this. This is gonna pain me a lot to do. But we're gonna go ahead and throw my 4 in. That's all of those gone. There's no getting those back. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to make condensed resin. Craft. Allows me to make 5. Maximum is still 5. I don't know why they don't up that. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. I do know why they don't bring that up. It's because people would probably abuse it and farm domains way too much. Alright. So, the goal... Actually, I want to make sure that I have a artifact block assistance on Iridescent. I don't know if I do. Iridescent, Vienna. Realistically, I really only want that elemental mastery. Create crit damage, attack percent. Any of the 4 selected would be fine. Yeah. So we are looking for a elemental mastery goblet, which is easier said than done trying to farm those. What? Oh, wait, actually, hold on. What's the... Oh. Just bring this main team. That'll work fine.
Another test subject.
Freeze to the core. Hold the left.
Picked the wrong test.
Of the deep. Over here. Whirling wind strike.
Yep.
Adorn my night!
Let me amuse myself. Look at me. Just
The wind knows me.
I got careless. Picked the wrong test.
There we go. Like 40-ish minutes. Yeah. We're still good. How crazy would it be if we get it right off the bat? I've said that before, and it's just never happened. The only domain that's never given me an issue with artifacts is Linny's. When it first came out, it was great.
Another test subject.
Clouds high. The birds.
I had Lenny like... I think it was like a week after the update dropped. I had Lenny built.
uphill battle. My apologies. Take flight.
There we go. Come on, Goblet. The Goblet is always the hardest to get. I don't know why. That right there, that's not a bad circlet. However, the issue with that circlet, that's one of the big reasons I don't have that set, is the fact, for one, it's not an elemental mastery one. Even though that's really good, that'd be probably really good on a different character. Ooh, actually, that's a really good point. I don't think it's Sayu. I don't think it's Sayu. No, Killing Most, yeah. Jean would need healing bonus. Chaska's wouldn't need that. Lanyon? No, her set would probably be different. Right? Yeah. So, realistically, I could use it as a backup piece. But I don't want to affect my build on Chao. Chao is built really, really well. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Another test subject.
Vengeance will be mine.
Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. You get real... I mean, getting the close to the piece you need compared to not at all is a lot better. Because most of the time, domains, for some reason, love giving defense artifacts. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will, but very annoying. Okay, we got 2 more times to... 2 more tries.
Another test.
Bring refuge!
One with wind and cloud.
There we go. So after this, there's only 1 more try. Come on. Okay. So it gave us... Gave me the goblet. But it did not give me the right goblet. I find it so funny that they're like, oh, Viridescent Beginner's Animo set, right? Oh, we're gonna give you Electro. It's like, how does that make any sense? Alright. Come on. Wasted like 5 condensed resin on this. Come on. Realistically, I should have tried to build Kazuo when I first got him. Well, like 2 years ago. And it did not give me what I need. Shoot. I don't think I have any sacrificial. Or not sacrificial, but the sanctifying elixir. That's what it's called. Oh, I do not. Okay. Realistically, I could run it one more time. I have enough to do so. Oh yeah, Kokomi is getting a rerun. 5.6 is apparently going to be the Inazuma Chronicled Wish. Or was it 5.8? I think it was 5.8, actually. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes Hoyoverse likes to change their mind, so we shall see. Alright. Come on. Give me what I need.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night!
Embrace the ice.
The wrong test.
My apologies.
There we go. Alright. Come on. Please. No! I'm gonna circle it. Okay. That's annoying, but it's fine. Shoot. Realistically, I could go for the strong box. However, the strong box normally screws me over really badly. If I could get one that has attack percent, elemental mastery, and regular attack, I think I'd be all set. Oh, yeah. Upgrade that. I'm very close with at least having him single crowned. Kazuha. Normal. Maybe it wasn't normal. Elemental burst. Ah, elemental burst. That's what it was. How many of these I have? 300 sec. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. I'm trying to think here. Because there's still a solid, like, 30 minutes before the live stream goes live. So, yeah, like 27 minutes. It looks really, really cool. It looks like we're gonna have some very, very cool So I think um like roughly give or take like 25 minutes away from the stream. One thing I do want to make sure of, because I had this issue last time. We full screen. It's a little bit cut off at the very bottom, but as long as most of it is showing, I'm not too annoyed with that. Yeah. The thing I will say is this is gonna annoy me just a little. Small bit. There we go. There we go. That should be actually above my name. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and real quick before this starts, get a couple of things done. We're gonna go ahead and go into an intermission, and then I will be right back in a second. But this looks as though ooh. Oh. Oh. See. Oh. No. No. What is that I'm showing? I'm very confused. Alright. Oh, there we go. No, wrong one. There. Alright. I will be right back. They're just somewhere up here. All right. I am back. Why is my mouse not responding? There we go. All right. My hair is just doing whatever it wants. We are... How close are we? About 14 minutes, roughly. So, it's not terrible at all. I was looking for my gloves because I kind of need them a little bit later. There we go. Oh, that's how you change that. Oh, okay. I didn't understand how to change that at first, but... Alright. That is all taken care of. Trying to kind of set up a little bit more, but my body is so used to slouching at this point that it's kind of hard for me to. I also will notice one major thing, which it almost feels as though I'm sitting, not sitting completely up. Realistically, I would be able to, but for some weird reason, my body is so used to slouching, so it's like just not possible. But I am excited for this live stream. I'm not exactly sure what to expect from it. All I know is that Aoife and Escoffier are the main characters for this update. But apparently we're also getting a Monstadt Archon quest, so this should be interesting. But I have no clue what to expect. I have a piece of Italian nerve stuck in my tooth. Fun times. I'm just going to keep refreshing it. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Okay. So you guys probably can't. Okay, now you can. They literally just last minute changed the thumbnail for the live stream. I didn't even think they would do that. That is interesting. Okay. Nope, they didn't change it again. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to use for the thumbnail. I may honestly just leave it as its own thing. Typically, I do reaction videos, and then I'll upload it as the regular video, but I don't know. I don't honestly know right now. All right. 11 minutes remaining. Literally in less than 10 minutes, live stream goes up, so woohoo. And now it says 10. Let me know in the comments section if you're watching this after the fact that I already live streamed it. Let me know down in the comments section if you're excited for 5.6. I am kind of, because it'll be interesting to see a Monstadt Archon quest, but at the same time, I'm also like, kind of feels like a filler update, but we'll see. We shall see. I also originally was like, put my lights as purple, but then I was like, I think it honestly looks better with blue because it kind of matches the overall theme of the live stream because we're dealing with the Monstadt Archon quest, so should be interesting. And this is all apparently leading up to Nodcry, which is going to lead into Snezhnaya and going to lead into the Three Moon Sisters, which will be very interesting. I guarantee as we get closer to Nodcry that we're going to get updates on the Moon Web event. The Vulcan Moon, I think, maybe. Something. 10 minutes remaining. There's times where they've actually put up the live stream early, so we shall see. People are going crazy in the chat. All right. I definitely wish in some ways that they would kind of like ZZZ will do this thing called Dev Talk, and they'll give like updates about upcoming stuff before it happens. Whereas Genshin is a bit more tight-lipped about stuff. Not as giving as some of the other games, but it's interesting. That's for sure. It also seems as though maybe there might be a... Because if we're heading back to Fontaine and the character for Fontaine is Escoffier, it looks as though maybe we might get like a cake event or something. Because I'm just sort of going off what I see here, and it looks as though it might be like a cake store themed event. There's no way of knowing, but I kind of wish that this updated more in real time, but it's whatever. I'm actually curious about something. Twitch.tv. So, oh my god, literally everyone is... Yeah. Yep. I kind of had a feeling that most people are going to be covering this. And I have an ad. Why do I have an ad? Weird. Okay. Okay, so Doro is...
Oh my god, why? It's like I'm talking a lot or something. My plan, watch live stream, upload video to YouTube, and go to sleep. That's my plan. Are you nervous, Doro? No. I don't know why. That's the drugs. You're so right. I am really hyped up right now on a lot of different stuff. So yeah, it's probably what it is. You're right, actually. To make you feel better, they did a Venti rerun, which I mean say something because it's not like he has a meta and then he has a special banner. They could maybe, I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys, thanks for playing with me. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get ready for this live stream chat. I'm gonna run ads right now. Don't leave. I'm running the ads so that we don't get ads for the next 40 minutes. Okay. Let me run. How do I run a 2-minute ad break? 2-minute ad break.
Yeah. So we're getting close. Literally 3 minutes to go. So I'm just gonna click in and we'll basically do that. Here's my question. Do I have something that is currently forcing this not to work like it's supposed to? I don't think so. No? I don't know. Ugh. No. Okay. Alright, well, kind of gotta deal with it that way, I guess. Three minutes to go. I find it weird that it cuts off the... Makes zero sense, actually. Because for some reason, when I full screen this, it cuts it off at the very bottom. I'm not exactly sure why, but... I don't know. I guess that's just how it's going to have to be. Okay. Okay, that just cut off even more at the very bottom. What? No. There. Ah, there we go. Okay. Cool. Almost wish in some ways that this would automatically start up, but I don't know. It will. You just gotta give it a little bit of time. It says premieres in 60 seconds. But for some weird reason, anytime it says that, I'm not exactly sure why. Premiere will begin shortly. I don't know. We're at 7:59 right now. I'll kind of bring that up just a little bit. We're gonna put automatic that. There we go. Okay, this should have started by now. Why is it not? It's 8 o'clock. Come on. I don't know. Come on. Ow. Jeez, I was not expecting that. Alright. Here we go.
ウィンドブルーム祭の本番がもうすぐ始まるぞ。早く見に行こうぜ。
どう？よかったでしょ？
旅人、いらっしゃい。シガルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備ができた。
Okay, so I see we still don't have the English VAs.
超豪華なご飯も欲しいぜ。
両選手、準備ができたようですね。
Was this like a cook-off sort of thing?
ホテルドゥボール特別料理対決開始。
カトラリーの準備も完了。
She's a polearm. Okay.
冷凍の時間よ。最高の一品よ。
There we go.
とにかくそこのレストランからナタ産の野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて、僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。俺は付き添いでな。
Aoife and Auroron are in Fontaine. Okay.
さあ行くぞ。おっと逃がすかよ。月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。参ったな。
ここは昔レムリア時代に建てられた公衆浴場で、確かモデストの秘典に書いてあったような気がする。
Whoa.
真の偉大になる蛮族オルメイよ。
What?
時代の謎の遺物。それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、
Kanich?
okay.
逃れたものかもしれない。僕の師匠にして母の黄金レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。世界の真相を探せというね。
Go ahead and do people a huge favor here and activate subtitles. Because even I can't understand this.
本件の被告人、セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
殺人事件？ホムンクルスが暴走して理性を失い、他者を傷つける狂気的な行動に走る。
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子がまだモンドにいたの？
天地が逆さになった時、 人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら。なぜ罪のない人を。
どうしてこんなことに。ルビレットが襲撃にあって。
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり
What is happening?
殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。
今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お？なんだ、バルバトスか？
ファルか？
Whoa. I had a
You
serious
too, huh?
issue
Man,
with
this bro thing is really taking off.
my computer. I don't know
is
what
just that
happened.
infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal Hey.
So, unfortunately, I kind of have to redo this at a certain point, because I'm not exactly sure where it cut off. All I know is that somewhere during the live stream it cut off. I need to check. Or if it's just is it just playing off the one that I already did? I don't know. But unfortunately, for some weird reason, my computer just decided nope. And because I was trying to clip after the really cool introduction, and my computer was just like, nope, and decided to just cease to work. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. So, great. So yeah, it basically decided to not work anymore. That was real fun. All right. Give me a second to get everything back online here. I need to make sure that we didn't lose anything. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to figure out if I did or not. But move that over there. I guess realistically, I would have to watch it from the very beginning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. That's so annoying.
どう？よかったでしょ？旅人、いらっしゃい。シバルマラン AA ランドファミリーに加わる準備はできた？グルメ系エイエ出てくるみたいな超豪華なご飯も欲しいぜ。
両選手、準備ができたようですね。それではホテルドゥボール特別料理対決開始。
カトラリーの準備も完了。メーターの時間よ。
そこのレストランからナタ産の野菜を至急調達したいと依頼を受けて、僕とイファが来ることになったんだ。俺は付き添いでな。さあ行くぞ。おっと逃がすかよ。
月始めの3日間、飛行物を連れて外出してはいけないらしい。
参ったな。
ここは昔レムリア時代に建てられた公衆浴場で、確かモデストの秘典に書いてあった。
This part looked really cool though.
偉大なる蛮族滅びよ。
古竜の時代の謎の遺物、それに俺がフォンテーヌに来た理由を合わせて考えれば、例の密輸事件の捜査を逃れたものかもしれない。
僕の師匠にして母の黄金レインドットさ。彼女が僕をモンドに向かわせた時、ある大きな課題を与えたんだ。世界の真相を探せというね。
What was that about? Why are...
また敵が来るぞ。
本件の被告人、セピロス騎士団調査小隊隊長アルベド。
何をしたんだ？
Wait, what did they just say?
ホムンクルスが暴走して
Whoa!
理
Wait,
性を
what?
失い、他者を傷つける狂気的な行動に走る。
魔女会と正式な会談を行うことを願ってるんだ。
あら、そんな勇気のある子がまだモンドにいたの？
What? This fight looks like it's gonna suck.
天地が逆さになった時、人は世界の本質を知る。なら盤面が逆さになったら、
なぜ罪のない人を。
どうしてこんなことに。フィレットが襲撃にあって。
これはレムリアが戦争のために用意した薬物なのよ。人体研究という課題を諦めたことは一度もない。モンドの法律にのっとり、被告人アルベドを殺人および死体遺棄で有罪とする。
今も近くから聞こえるよ。
お？なんだ、バルバトスか？
ファルか？
Okay then. Yeah, I had just gotten to the part where the live stream had started and my computer decided, nope. So, yeah. I don't know why either. It wasn't like it was overheating or anything. But sometimes that shit happens. Fortunately, I have no clue where it ended because the only way I'd be able to check that is check the live stream that already went live. But other than that, I have no clue.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Varessa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Hey, your turn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Cass, and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support mech. It's a piece of tech, basically. It helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential utensils.
Originally I wasn't going to get
But
a
it looks so much
Escoffier,
like a tail.
and then
yeah, a lot
immediately I
and
found
considering
out
how
that
it
she
looks,
works
people
well
even
with
call Escoffier a demon chef.
So I was like,
okay, that
might
seems
be
a
worth
little
it,
extreme.
honestly.
Yeah,
because I am
I'd say
guaranteed.
so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile. Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely popular and exclusive Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow, exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's some dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavours. It looks almost like she's in heaven.
That sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though. Escoffier believes her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people. She demands perfection from herself too, because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
Oh, is that why she develops all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Okay, that feels like a personal call-out. But seriously, though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend time in the Fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede? What happened?
We can't divulge the details right now, but all will be revealed in Escoffier's story quest, treasured above all. So be sure to check out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials for Escoffier. Oh,
that's
and travellers will get to take part in a one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest.
Oh, hell
Not
yeah.
only will travellers get to experience Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an appearance.
Special guest, nice. Huh. Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts using romaritime flowers? That's not much to work with.
All I can say is trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a
R
believer.
is silent. It's Escoffier.
Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but
so
what about
is
on the battlefield?
Escoffier.
Right, let's get into it. Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to freeze-focused teams, which brings us to one of her talents. When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage. The more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay. So it looks like the enemies here aren't actually
meta.
frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
That's actually a really cool talent.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect. The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow, so it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True, but
Yeah.
Escoffier's not just a support. She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active
God.
character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage. So with her ability to shred resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
Replacement.
Okay,
for
so she can
Shen.
buff the party, dish out damage, and heal. Sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah, and thanks to a different talent, she has another ability that really showcases her skills as a chef.
Ooh.
If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa, I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
really
plus she
cool.
can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Well, that will be so fun to check out in game.
Totally. So take note of this next piece of news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6, we'll have event wishes for Escoffier and Navia.
Okay.
A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense,
is a
will be
really
featured
cool
on the
weapon.
weapon banner. Our new 4-star character, Aoife, will also enjoy a drop rate boost on the
So-
first half banners.
Aoife, no way, bro.
That would be smart.
I think that's
'cause
my
then
line, but I
could get
couldn't have said it
Aoife.
better myself.
Oh,
get
and
early
another bit of
Escoffier.
really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
All eyes are on me. Lowly servants, behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence! The heck are you on about? Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh, wow. No way, bro. What? You little... Oh, dear. Do you even hear yourself, bro? How dare you! You insolent, contemptuous... Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro? You're hopeless. The almighty Dragon
He
Lord,
is
Kahula Hao's
absolutely
wisdom is wasted
making
on you.
Kahula How mad.
No way, bro. See you later.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you meant Kakuku and a How.
Yeah, Kakuku and a
Wow,
How.
I feel like those two could argue forever.
Honestly, yeah, they probably could.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang in there, bro.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kakuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version, but since we now have the chance to add him to our parties, want to give us a formal introduction, Johnny?
I thought you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan.
Yeah.
In that land, humans and Saurians live and fight side by side. Saurians get sick and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact, you've probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yeah, Aoife is practically a miracle worker. I heard a How got sick one time, so Kaniche took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A How was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can
Aoife
treat
is
all
one
kinds
of
of
the
dragons.
better doctors
like even
in,
ones from
that
other
one.
nations.
So, I'm not
Guess,
surprised.
in theory, yeah, I don't see why not. Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is known for riding Kukasals, but this is less riding and more dangling, isn't it?
Hey, this is a Kakuku appreciation zone only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject, if there are any travelers who haven't done the part of the Ochkanatlan World Quest where you chase down the evil dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Yeah, I see that. Although it looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a checkup.
Yeah. So, okay, what else can Aoife do in combat?
Well, Aoife is an Anemo Vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies. Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill,
Kinda like
Kakuku
Venti
lifts him into
does,
the air,
kinda
giving
like
him an
Kazuha
aerial
does,
advantage in
but
combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire tonic shots, which deal animo damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Oh, nice. So what kind of team comps work best with Aoife?
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife is in the Night Soul's Blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points.
So
he seems like a
would be
really
good on
flexible
my
unit.
Natlan team.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character or indwelled Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice,
That's
putting those
cool.
medical skills to use. His kit seems really intuitive, and he helps with exploration. I feel like exploring the sacred volcano will be a lot easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
I don't feel
What can I
safe
say?
doing
He is
that.
a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of
at
news,
all.
a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the Secret Source Automaton Overseer device. Travelers will need to
another
defeat it to obtain
automaton.
ascension materials for Escoffier.
Huh. I feel like we faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's
Cool.
kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters in Fontaine? Is it because of a festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement park organized by Navia and the Spina di Rosula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling case is uncovered, leading Kanich and Risley to cross paths.
Ooh, a Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right? I actually have a few sneak peeks to share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is Ahau cowering behind Kanich? I would have thought he was too proud for that. Oh, wait. It must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban.
Ugh.
Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Mermonia. Auroron thinks Kakuku will manage to send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife?
Probably not.
Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Risley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Risley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess what it is?
Oh, I don't really know what it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So, does that mean Nervalette could, interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. I can't wait to see how their interactions go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even picture it, but I just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, there's nothing we can say that beats
Whirling
the real
waltz.
thing. So, if you're interested,
Okay,
be sure to check out all the
4-star
shenanigans in
Sequence of
game.
Solitude
And
bow.
trust me,
That's
there
a cool
are a
looking
lot
bow.
always makes me laugh.
I always
Now, on to the actual amusement park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a
Cheval
well-known
Moran
engineer and
Film
film buff
Fantasyland.
with the Spina di Rosula in charge of the financing, construction,
Okay,
and general
then.
operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her investment pays off this time.
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Come on board? Why are my fraud alarm bells ringing?
It's not like that. If you don't trust Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great.
No,
But at least trust Cheval
it's
Moran
really
and the
not.
Spina di Rosula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better position.
Wait, so this is a management sim? Okay, tell me everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations
So-
like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle, travelers
that's
will
so
need to allocate
cool.
their precious funds and action points to the most important tasks
it's
based on their management
literally-
needs.
And
The
plus,
Traveler's
Navi
like a
recruited Master
manager
Chef
of the theme
Escoffier
park.
to run the park's
kinda
theme
reminds
restaurant.
me
Woo!
of,
The dishes she creates can give you unique management buffs, so don't miss out.
Absolutely. You can also increase your revenue
alchemic-
by adding different kinds of attractions. For example, in Eclectic Escapades,
called?
visitors can experience
The Alchemist?
unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wow.
Or there's movie masterpieces
that we
where you
did
have to use
for,
special abilities to
Lisa.
reach the end of the stage and
Managing our own
seize the
shop.
treasure. Before launching these attractions, travelers will need to try them out and create a standardized strategy guide for each one so that visitors understand how to get the most out of the experience. Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw
That's
in
so
visitors
cool.
and increase revenue.
And travelers can also recruit some familiar faces to help run the park. Among the recruits are Fontanian companions and friends from other nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions.
So,
Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and
Okay.
provide even more management support. So, long story short, don't worry too much. You don't have to go it alone.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including Primo Gems and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More Primo Gems to save for your next pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes, have we?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry to keep you in suspense, travelers. In the second half of version 5.6,
They almost
we'll have
line
returning
that
event
up
wishes for
perfectly.
Kenichi and a Raiden Shogun.
And
Plus, the Chronicled Wish banner will be returning in version 5.6. I know a lot of travelers have been waiting for that, so check it out if you're interested.
Wait!
Yeah, you have to. And best of luck on your polls.
All right. That was a lot of info, so let's take our first break.
Aika,
Here's the
Ayato,
second
Yuan,
redemption code,
Miyachiori,
travelers.
Miko, Ito, Kokomi, and... So that means that I can easily get Miss Footer. That is awesome, because at first I didn't know if I was going to be able to get Ayaka's weapon or not. That is great. And I can't, I see what they did. So the thing that would make the most sense to do...
The Windbloom Festival.
Okay.
Once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease.
Oh.
Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe? What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time?
Okay.
The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
Paralogism.
Nice voice.
Nice.
Ah, shucks, thanks.
So, we finally make it back to Monstadt, and Albedo's on trial. And I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
Well, I've put together some information about the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo, So the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth.
This is very
There has
interesting.
to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking.
Came out
Travelers will have access to Albedo's office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
So I saw Jean, Kaya, and Eula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Avonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia acts as the Herald of Barbados, which is interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah, very interesting. He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of Venti, the Dodo communication device is back in this quest. At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped 2 major names. Varka has been on an expedition for a long time. Sounds like we finally get to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexen Circle. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right?
So that
and now
was
there are even
leading
more
up to
monsters in the
something.
city.
I thought
So
it
maybe
might.
Venti is reaching out to Alice for help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to defend Mondstadt.
Wow. This is kind of emotional. Mondstadt was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something
This
to
is
help, but
interesting.
travelers will need to pass a trial first and defeat the king and queen on the chessboard.
The game
Anything to
before the
defend
game.
Mondstadt. I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
I don't know about that. This looks interesting. Okay. So that's the king and the queen. No.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage to create an opening and dish out damage. But in the second phase, there are no chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
Oh, God.
It looks like there's a different Dodoco presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexen Circle?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for
Ooh,
themselves.
That looks like if it
As for
hit,
the
that would
second
deal a
phase
lot
of the trial,
damage.
let me offer a quick piece of advice. The boss has some extremely
frozen.
powerful attacks,
Oh.
but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe jot that one down for later, travelers. So, we know there's murder, an attack on Mondstadt, a Hexen Circle trial, but we have no idea how all of
I
this
mean, my
is connected.
team's perfectly built for this.
Seems like there's a lot for travelers to uncover.
Permafreeze is the way to go.
You know, if you think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then, a similar crisis happened in Liyue, and now Monstadt is in danger. I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
In terms of
I think we're gonna
with
leave all that
these
hard
like
work to
ley
you
line
guys.
disruptions
All
is
right,
something
okay.
to do
Well, let's lighten
with
things up and dive into the remaining
Renova
version
as well as
5.6
Capitano
event.
sacrificing himself.
First
It
up
somehow
on the docket is an
disrupted
event
stuff.
that brings us back to Fontaine, where travelers can test out their tactical
No.
brilliance in the new wargame, Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know. This
never
wargame
mind.
comes
This is
with all
not
new
what I thought
offensive
it
and
was.
defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, for example, is it a melee or ranged attack piece? Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely?
So it's like...
Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple.
So it's
what this event
literally
really tests
like
is strategy.
Bloons Tower Defense
For example,
when Genshin.
when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation. Looks like we can use it to test out our strategies?
Mm-hmm, that's right. And once you set the defensive and offensive lineup that works best for you, the battle is
I
ready
don't
to
know
begin.
about this event.
And while your opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup to outmaneuver their strategy. The side that breaks the opposing formation first
It
or
literally
makes greater
feels like
progress
it's
within the
Bloons Tower
time limit
Defense.
wins.
Or like any tower defense
Okay,
game,
so it
but
sounds
they just
like it all
turned
comes
into
down
a
to
Genshin
strategy.
format, which...
All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
Okay, let's take a look at the gameplay.
Ablaze cross-border
Think this is
brawl.
a simple battle for coins? Haha, well, think again. Players will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points.
Why?
Use their abilities to your advantage, and you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just
Why?
stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in
these
human form, you have
competitive
Natlan
events.
character skills at your disposal. So the
Because
goal is to collect as many coins
people
as possible
in their
to secure
absolute
victory.
assholes,
Nice, bro.
and they
So,
immediately
this next event is
are
called
like, oh, you
Chronicle
have
of
the
Shifting
least amount of coins.
Stratagems.
I'm still going to target
I'm
you.
sure at this point in their
repeatedly.
journey, travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have tested out their skills in a variety of different situations.
So we get
But
a
maybe there's a
Bloons,
character
like
you
a
want to learn
tower
more about,
defense,
like Escoffier, for example.
bullshit,
Let's say you want
collect
to
the
test out
coins
her potential in different
and
team
fight
comps.
for it.
Then I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions. The event is divided into different levels of
get fighting
difficulty,
event.
and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage of, so make sure to take that into account when forming your teams.
Okay.
Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record and see how their friends approached each challenge. Could provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates. First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if
Okay.
you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character and action
Shalom
cards
and
added to
Sappos
regular
and
mode.
the TCG.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
There are also some major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match, there's now a card refresh option as well as mechanisms for character enhancement and replacement, so the gameplay should be even more
Okay.
engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right. And finally, the Ley Line Overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
You won't, and let's take our last break. When we return, we'll talk system optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side, travelers.
Bye.
So other than the managing a amusement park and the fact that we have Chronicled Wish, new characters, the events for like everything else just kind of seem meh. Like they didn't really put a lot of thought into it. Another fucking filler event, or another fucking... I'm gonna guess probably the reason they didn't put a lot of time into it was because the Archon quest is gonna take up most of the time, but this whole thing where it's like adding the whole competitive events and the like the fighting, and then you get like the tower
Welcome back,
defense,
travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Let's jump right into system optimizations. Some
It's
travelers
whatever.
provided feedback that the
I'm
brilliant
not
blessing enhancement process in the
completely
Imaginarium
blown away by
Theatre
it.
was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the Brilliant Blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice?
New season?
A restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge? That would be such a bummer.
Yeah, the dev team has received that feedback as well, so a restart button is also being added to the new update.
Oh,
nice.
Let's go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. All right, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you go to raise a character's skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on. Starting in version 5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to grasp the core information. Of course, travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice. Sorting through all that information should be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while attempting to complete Natlan's warrior challenges, it was difficult to locate where to pick up the quests. So, after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal secret spaces, right? It would be nice if the treasure compass could track those too.
It can! And once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various nations can also be located using the treasure compass.
Kind of a
nice.
useless
That should really
feature
help
at this
travelers that are
point.
stuck at 99% exploration progress.
Unless
Map pins
it-
have also
somebody
been
is-
optimized.
hasn't
Starting in
discovered the
version
tribal
5.6,
spaceship.
travelers
But
can
for
now
a
delete
lot of
custom
players,
pins
that's
in
kind of a
batches.
useless
Oh, that should
feature,
make it a
considering
lot
all
easier to
the
start fresh if you're
tribal
someone who really
spaces
likes
are
to go
available.
ham with the markers.
Definitely. Well, that wraps up our system optimizations. So now it's time for some out-of-game news.
That's right. First, we have some exciting collaboration news to share. Genshin Impact is partnering with the global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So, let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
Okay. Realistically, this doesn't interest me in the slightest. I mean, the animation's really cool, but nah. Nah. Yeah.
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon. Yeah. The album
Kinda
contains
figured
various
that was
tracks
gonna
composed
be
by the
coming
Hoyo Mix
out
team
soon.
for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. The music's going to be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
I am just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini games are always so fun and creative.
Absolutely.
Just can't wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is, see you in game, travelers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I'm not sure if there's anything else. Oh. Stay tuned April 30th. Just 5 days from now. So they're going to be updating the website. Okay. That it? I think that's it. Okay. Let's talk about this here. I'm excited for the Monstadt Archon quest because Albedo is going to be put on trial. That's going to be very interesting. And I think Escoffier is going to be an interesting character to try out. I'm excited for the amusement park management event. That's going to be pretty fun. Chronicled Wish for Inazuma is going to be available, which looking forward to that because I really want to get Mistblur Reforged for Ayaka. However, after all that being said, I really think the events in terms of the tower defense, the competitive coin event, and the what's the other one? The fighting event could have been different. I don't get me wrong, I really enjoy a lot of the events that happen in Genshin, but at the same time, I'm also like, a lot of the times they just rerun the same events, and it feels very, in a way, lazy because there's not. They don't end up running like newer events. It's like we literally just had a event called Quirky Quakey Arena, which was like a competitive coin event, and now they're doing the exact same thing but with Saurians in the next update. And it kind of feels like Genshin has run out of ideas for events. This very much feels like a filler event, and I'm not a big fan of those like at all, but at the same time, I am looking forward to the Monstadt Archon quest in 5.6. 5.7 Skirk is coming, and that will lead into Node Cry. I don't know. But that's about it for this live stream. Overall, I'm a bit disappointed. I thought that maybe they might show some cooler events, and I'm kind of annoyed in the fact that right before Skirk is supposed to come out, they've released Chronicled Wish, and they also release Escoffier. Yeah. new character as well as Aoife, but then they're like, okay, here's Chronicled Wish as well. So for someone who may not have Ayaka or Mistsplitter Reforged, Kazuha, Kokomi, any of those characters, they now have to decide whether or not to get those characters, or they have to decide if they're going to save and pull Skirk instead, realizing that Kokomi, Ayaka, Kazuha, Yoimiya could be a long time before those characters even show back up. The tower defense event feels lazy because it feels almost like they were just like, oh, we could, because at first I thought it was a defense event, like where I can't remember what it was called, but you had like offense and defense, and you had like a portal where enemies could spawn over on the other side. That it was like you had to defend the leyline deposit or the leyline monolith, and I very much hated that event. I don't hate it as much as some of the other events that are out there, but it was very annoying. Just in my opinion, the tower defense event feels really lazy, and Genshin could have chosen something different. I'm glad that with the king and the queen fight, with the Hexen Circle, that permafreeze and freeze teams work really well in that fight. That's gonna be a huge advantage for me. But let me know down in the comments section if you guys agree or disagree with me. Let me know if you're excited for 5.6, as well as let me know what part of the live stream was your favorite. But that's going to be about it. Thank you all for tuning in. New video later today. Hopefully you guys are excited for 5.6. And yeah, that's going to be about it. Everyone take care. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video or the next live stream.